This is Smithfield, London's famous meat market. Fresh meat is a major part of most people's diet. But how much thought do any of us give to the work that goes into bringing this meat to our plate and keeping it healthy and fit for consumption? At Bristol University in the west of England, scientists have been conducting research into the quality of meat and the effects of an animal's diet on the meat we eat. Now these scientists have proved that the secret of good beef and lamb is very simple. Feed the animals on fresh grass. The meat has been analysed in the laboratory in order to establish a scientific basis for what many of us would intuitively believe to be true, that feeding our animals on grass produces better quality meat.
There is anecdotal evidence that cows that have eaten grass have a better flavour and that the keeping quality, the shelf life of the meat is better. There's lots of anecdotal evidence for that, but little objective scientific information. And what we've done here at Bristol is we've really produced scientific data which shows that to be the case.
The most striking finding is that grass-fed cattle and sheep produce meat that is higher in healthy omega-3 fatty acids, as well as having higher vitamin E content. This means that the meat also retains the fresh, redder colour for longer. In addition to being a healthier option, the research also scientifically established that grass-fed beef and lamb tastes better too. The university conducts extensive taste tests on a regular basis and under scientifically controlled conditions. The tests actually take place under red light so that any colour difference in the meat is disguised. The taste panels regularly return findings that the grass-fed meat has a more intense flavour and less abnormal taste.
There are many factors during the production of the animal and the processing of the meat which will influence the eating quality of the meat. So we're looking at all of these and we're trying to be objective about the way we measure it. And what we're trying to do in a nutshell is give information to producers by means of which they can produce better tasting, eating meat.
At the neighbouring University of the west of England, researchers are also looking at the quality of our meat and how they can prevent contamination while meat is being stored prior to it turning up on our plates. Dubbed Bug Death, their project is aimed at predicting microbial death during heat treatment on foods. Scientists at the university have transferred lux genes, DNA found in naturally occurring bioluminescence in marine bacteria, into bacteria which causes food poisoning, such as salmonella and listeria. By infecting meat with this bacteria, they're able to measure the efficiency of heat treatments as a means of preparing food for safe storage. The bacteria glow brightly when healthy, but the lux genes lose their luminescence when the bacteria are destroyed.
We've built on the work done by other universities in other research labs. Originally, the lux genes were transferred from marine organisms into a laboratory strain of Escherichia coli, E. coli, but here at University of the West of England, we have put them subsequently into a range of different bacteria, including salmonella, listeria, Streptococcus pneumoniae, which causes pneumonia, and Neisseria meningitidis, which causes meningitis. We have the ability, because we have them on what's called a plasmid, a little movable piece of DNA, we have the ability to put them into almost any bacteria that we wish.
The information gained from this research will help a range of food producers to design more efficient means of creating safer storage solutions for our food. But because the lux genes can be placed in other forms of bacteria, there is considerable potential beyond the food industry.
We would like to move more into the clinical side of things. We have a strain of meningococcus, the bacteria that causes meningitis, that carries the lux genes, and we can actually see how that crosses a model blood-brain barrier to see how that organism invades the human brain. So for doing that sort of research as well, these lux genes are very, very useful.
From the field to the table, the quality of the meat we eat is being protected and improved by the research being conducted in our universities.